8:56, some breaking news. A body was discovered in the Cumberland River by the Nations, and crews are working to pull it out now. Officials on site confirmed there is a body, but the identity has not been confirmed. It was found amid the ongoing search for Missouri college student Riley Strain. We have confirmed that his family has been called into the scene. We will keep you updated as we learn more information at WKRN.com.
Hit the ground, hit the ground.
Let's get you up to speed at 8:56. Some breaking.
Hey, y'all. We just heard that they found a body this morning, about 7:30 this morning, and they're waiting on confirmation to see if it is Riley. We are going to play some news clips right now that just came out, and we'll go from there, because that's all we can really do at this point.
Yeah, Blake, good morning. Riley has been found this morning in the Cumberland River, about 8 miles from downtown Nashville. So this area has been covered with Metro Police vehicles, fire departments, and just recently a medical examiner transport van left the scene here. We are expecting to hear directly from Metro Police in just a matter of minutes, but from what they have shared with us so far, we understand that no foul play trauma appears to have been involved, and a full autopsy report will be pending. But of course, we are thinking of his family this morning, as they have been very involved in this search process, now 2 weeks out from when Riley was last seen. So we'll keep you updated here on Scene, Blake. But for now, back to you.
Okay, well, that is clearly breaking news. I'm updating some of the descriptions here on YouTube, but that is Riley Strain. We've heard from WKRN reporter that their body has been found. Update this. Oh, that didn't work.
Yeah, Blake, we are expecting to hear from the MMPD at 9:45. So that's 1 minute away. I'm expecting they will come here to this point. We're right outside of an ExxonMobil facility. This is where they've been able to get closer to the water to pull him out of the water at this point. So again, they are meeting us here in just a matter of minutes. As for family, I do believe they have been called to the scene here to speak with police as well. But I do know that the medical examiner's van is no longer here. It has been taken away from this point. So we will expect to hear from police shortly, Blake.
Weeks since University of Missouri college student Riley Strain vanished in Nashville. As crews searched for Riley, his parents just reviewed unreleased surveillance footage from the very night he disappeared. Strain's family telling News Nation the video
away from where Riley was last seen. And overnight, there was even a search with new technology to try and find pieces of evidence on the floor of the river. So we do know that he was discovered here earlier this morning, and those efforts have now come to a close. But certainly all of the people who have been involved, all of the volunteers that have come forward, specifically with the United Cajun Navy as well, will be learning of this. And I feel for everyone that's played a part in this. I know so many volunteers as well have been in downtown Nashville, hanging up flyers, trying to piece together what information we have from those surveillance videos that have been released, the body camera footage that's been released. So now we will learn more as well after that autopsy is completed to hopefully piece together a little bit more information about what exactly happened to Riley Blake. Thanks.
Okay, that completes the reporter's on-air update. I'm going to pop on now. There's a lot of things happening behind the scenes for me as it relates to getting the story out. I'm not sure what will happen when. We did hear from that reporter that it appears a press conference from the Metro Police Department is scheduled to have begun a couple of minutes ago. Typically, those don't start right on the time that they're scheduled, but we have a story, an article coming out. I'm going to ping my coworker. And we have the confirmation there from that reporter that it is, in fact, the body of Riley Strain that was found in West Nashville. Someone is walking up.
So it has been confirmed it is
From that
Riley
moment.
Strain.
So at this point, we are simply waiting on the press conference to get some additional information, but we have that confirmation. The article that I'm told is on its way from WKRN, which you can go to right now. In fact, let me go ahead and update those that are watching with me here. Has what details they have. There's that one. This one. Oh, it appears that actually, nope, that is not the correct article. I apologize.
So I have this article that was just put out. This is from NBC. Riley Strain's body found in the Nashville River. Police say the body of the University of Missouri student Riley Strain has been found in the Cumberland River Friday morning. The Metropolitan Nashville Police announced the body of Riley Strain was recovered from the Cumberland River in West Nashville this morning, approximately 8 miles from downtown. The department wrote on X, no foul play related trauma was observed and autopsy is pending. Strain went missing on March 8th after being asked to leave Luke's 32 Bridge Food Drink in downtown Nashville while on a trip with Delta Chi fraternity for spring formal. So sad, man. Bless his family. It's good Lord. That's so sad. You know what though? I'm glad they got closure and at least they know he's not still missing. They know, they now have his body to give him a proper burial and resting place. So they don't have to sit and wonder every day and keep searching, that's a whole, beast in itself. So I'm so sorry that this did happen. I'm it's awful, but I'm glad that they got closure and they found him. Because like I said, that's a whole different ball game when you are searching and you don't know, and at least we know no foul play. So obviously there had been, he was intoxicated or, at least we know nothing happened to him prior to that. So we are waiting for the press conference and then we'll turn that on. Seeker, thank you so much. Oh my God. Thank you so much. It's a $50 super sticker. Thank you, love. I really appreciate that. Hold on, Queen Bee. The body they found was a homeless man who fell down the embankment. Did they find Riley? Yes, never lose a. Let's see here. Last night we were watching and we actually showed the footage that they had found a homeless man who had actually fallen down a 30-foot embankment and he was still alive. He had some injuries to his hands and his arms and whatnot, but they were actually searching for Riley when they found him screaming for help on the side of the embankment. He had fallen and was on the rocks. So they got they called the ambulance and fire and got a stretcher and got down there and pulled him out. They actually found Riley from my understanding, about 7 o'clock this morning, 7:30-ish. Jen, thank you so much with the 1999 super sticker. Happy Friday, y'all. Please sting the thumbs up. You saw that on the local news. Yeah. Yeah, I think the only thing that had anything to do with the homeless was with the shirt. When they said that the homeless man had his shirt on, I don't think anybody blamed the homeless community at all. But I think that with the shirt coming up missing and being eyewitness saying that a homeless man was wearing it, I think that's where it came into play. But I just wanted to clarify that. Daily Meander.
Okay.
Now, see, this one here was from 2 hours ago. We'll go watch this here.
Today marks 2 weeks since University of Missouri college student Riley Strain vanished in Nashville. As crews searched for Riley, his parents just reviewed unreleased surveillance footage from the very night he disappeared. Strain's family telling News Nation the video shows the 22-year-old walking toward the James Robertson Parkway Bridge. We have a map for you kind of that night, his last moves. And that happened just minutes before his cell phone last pinged. Then his bank card was found just past that bridge. Peyton Kennedy from our News Nation station in Nashville joins us once again. Peyton, thanks for hopping on. Again, what more do we know about this brand new video that his family was able to review?
All right, so the presser is here, and I just wanted to get to that.
Okay, I'm going to look to my from my left around to the right, and everybody give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Looking around. Okay, here. All right. This morning we have a unfortunate update for you on the Riley Strain search. Chief John Drake, Metropolitan Nashville Police Department, will be speaking with you. Chief Drake.
Thank you, Don. Good morning, everyone. This morning around 7:28 a.m., we received a call from a worker on 61st Avenue at a company that adjoins the Cumberland River that had been searching for anything that would pop up on the river, especially looking for Riley Strain if he would surface here. As they were removing an object from the river, they noticed what appeared to be Riley Strain pop up. The fire department was called in, retrieved the body from the river. The medical examiner's office reviewed the body, and we've confirmed that it is Riley Strain. The family has been contacted. There are no signs of foul play at this time, according to the examination here at the riverbank. Mr. Strain still had the shirt on that he was wearing, still had the watch, and other identifying factors that helped us identify who he is. I want to say to the family, my heart and prayers go out to you all for this very unfortunate and tragic incident. I also want to say thank you to the Nashville community and the Outpoint community of the Outpoint support from the community in trying to help us locate Mr. Strain. Also want to say thank you to our USAR team and and to the fire department and OEM and TWRA and everyone else, and including the media, for everything that you've done, for the countless tips that came in. We received nearly 200 tips as of yesterday that we were vetting out. So at this time, the family's been notified. There will be an autopsy more than likely sometime today, and we'll have a little bit further from that point. So thank you.
Chief, can you tell us, is there any other additional evidence that points you to the theory that it seems like you've been going after for a while now? It's just that he fell into the river accidentally?
Yeah, there's no other evidence that suggests anything other than we have reports that normally under these circumstances with his height and weight, that he could have surfaced between 14 and 20 days. This is the 14th day, so we were really expecting anytime soon to find him. In fact, our search teams was going to put in the water here this morning and then search from this point further down. So we were in the right spot. It's just unfortunate, but there's nothing to suggest anything other than any foul play at all. Yes, that's so the workers typically on the river, whether it's barge companies, concrete companies, other businesses that actually are on the river, and they look routinely, as it's happened countless times before. And as they moved, I believe, a barge, and don't quote me on that, they removed something from the river, and as they moved it, they noticed Mr. Strain, so and called it in.
Typically work on the water. They weren't necessarily search crews.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, thank you all.
Thank you.
Hey, Chief, I have a question for you.
So we've just heard from the chief of the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department, Chief John Drake, stating that no foul play, confirming Riley Strain's body was found in the Cumberland River in West Nashville. So it happened in the 7 a.m. hour local time. Workers on the river were removing an object. He didn't know exactly what object, but removing it. And then they noticed what appeared to be Riley Strain, quote, pop up. The fire department was called. They came in, retrieved the body. Medical examiner was called and confirmed on scene that it was indeed Riley Strain. Key point, no signs of foul play seen. This was not an official autopsy. This was just an examination on scene. The chief noting that Strain was found in the same shirt that he was last seen in when he went missing. It was earlier this month. I don't actually have the exact day count. Autopsy likely sometime today, and they may have more info after that and would then be able to provide that out. So we are unfortunately breaking the news, the sad news, that this massive search is over because the body of Riley Strain went missing. I'm going to refer briefly here to our Next Star station, WKRN, who is providing this live feed, to see the information that they had. Following an extensive search that stretched on for nearly 2 weeks, officials found missing Missouri student Riley Strain's body Friday morning in the Cumberland River. Authorities had received a report of a body found in the river in the Nations neighborhood of West Nashville this morning of Friday, March 22nd. As I stated, according to police, no foul play related trauma was observed. Strain disappeared while on a fraternity trip to Nashville on March 8th. One of his friends had called 911 the next morning after saying he went to Central Police Precinct and called the sheriff's office to file a missing persons report. The chief actually mentioned this a little bit too, just saying the amount of information that they had, not only bits of surveillance video, but tips called in, interviews conducted, trying to find him. There was the last time his phone was pinged, the last text message that he had sent, the last time he was caught on camera, what he was wearing, that he was down near the river, which is why they focused so heavily on their search on the river area. We had a press conference just the other day from the Cajun Navy. That is a civilian volunteer group that comes into situations like this where watercraft are needed. Oftentimes it's in response to a hurricane situation or massive flooding where they can bring in their small boats and their massive numbers to conduct search and rescue operations and support the official effort. So they held a press conference with the family saying that they were going to be working on this. This morning, though, it does seem from what Chief John Drake had said, it was simply a worker, someone that is normally on that river, that they were keeping an eye out while doing their day-to-day job. moving something, removing it from the river when they came across Strain's body. In addition to law enforcement, back to that WKRN article, several volunteers and Strain's family members were heavily involved in the search. It was 2 TikTokers who reportedly found Strain's bank card on the riverbank days after he had disappeared. Strain's family drove down to Nashville immediately after his friends had alerted them to the disappearance the next day on March 9th. Search will turn more to an investigative side. The Tennessee Alcoholic Beverage Commission has been conducting a separate investigation to determine whether Strain was overserved the night he disappeared. However, in a statement released by TC Restaurant Group, which owns and operates Luke's 32 Bridge, they have records that show Strain purchased and was served 1 alcoholic drink and 2 waters before he was kicked out of the bar the night that he went missing. So there you have it. That is all the information that I have at this time. You heard it firsthand right here from Chief John Drake of the Metropolitan Police Department. And we're going to wrap up this live stream. Know that more information is coming, that the chief said they expect an autopsy later today, and that if they get more information on that, they will be able to put it out. Before I depart the live stream, though, I want to pop in real quick. I have been streaming this on a YouTube channel just to see.
Well, I think we pretty much got the gist here. Here's the rest of this one.
Logging to the James Robertson Parkway Bridge. And again, that's the last point that we know Riley was seen and the last point that his cell phone was pinged before he went missing. Now, over these past 2 weeks, the Metro Nashville Police Department has been rolling out different video clips. The order is unclear. For example, the last time that we got a video from them was 10 days after Riley was reported missing. It was that body camera footage of an officer encountering Riley along Gay Street. But they tell me they continue to look at this as a missing persons investigation. They're working with multiple local agencies and now the United Cajun Navy as well. Last night, the Cajun Navy conducted a search on the water, looking underneath with special technology for any signs of debris or of Riley. They've been searching from downtown Nashville all the way to the Cheatham County Dam, which is about 40 miles downstream of here. The director of the Cajun Navy tells me that the first 24 to 48 hours of the search is key. Well, now we are well beyond that, and they will continue to do everything they can to find Riley.
At this point, we're going to search until we reach a point where we say this is no longer viable. And at that time, we may pull resources out, but, make sure that everybody involved is aware that the fact that if we need to come back, we're going to come right back.
And we're grateful for their services because I think, you know what I mean? They had a lot of, boats in the water helping. So like I said, I'm grateful that his family, that he was found, and his family now can get some closure and, give him a proper burial and a resting place. I know it's not the outcome that they wanted, not, that anybody wanted, but I have to say, I'm glad that they took the time and that they found him. Again, for his family, at least his, I know his mom, my heart breaks for her because, again, I know it's not the outcome that she wanted. It's not the outcome anybody wanted. However, that is her baby. That is her child. She loves him. And, at the very least, he can have a proper burial and a resting place. Yeah, somebody asked if I could play the presser again. Yeah, I'll play it again. Give me 1 second. I'll pop it on right now. we'll put it back up so those that didn't get to see it or watch it can watch it now. We'll get it put back up for right now. Let's see here.
Okay, I'm going to look to my from my left around to the right, and everybody give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Looking around. Okay, here. All right. This morning we have a unfortunate update for you on the Riley Strange search. Chief John Drake, Metropolitan Nashville Police Department, will be speaking with you. Chief Drake.
Thank you, Don. Good morning, everyone. This morning around 7:28 a.m., we received a call from a worker on 61st Avenue at a company that adjoins the Cumberland River that had been searching for anything that would pop up on the river, especially looking for Riley Strain if he would surface here. As they were removing an object from the river, they noticed what appeared to be Riley Strain pop up. The fire department was called in, retrieved the body from the river. The medical examiner's office reviewed the body, and we've confirmed that it is Riley Strain. The family has been contacted. There are no signs of foul play at this time, according to the examination here at the riverbank. Mr. Strain still had the shirt on that he was wearing, still had the watch, and other identifying factors that helped us identify who he is. I want to say to the family, my heart and prayers go out to you all for this very unfortunate and tragic incident. I also want to say thank you to the Nashville community and the Outpoint community of the Outpoint support from the community in trying to help us locate Mr. Strain. I also want to say thank you to our USAR team and to the fire department and OEM and TWRA and everyone else, and including the media, for everything that you've done, for the countless tips that came in. We received nearly 200 tips as of yesterday that we were vetting out. So at this time, the family's been notified. There would be an autopsy more than likely sometime today, and we'll have a little bit further from that point. So thank you.
Chief, can you tell us, is there any other additional evidence that points you to the theory that it seems like you've been going after for a while now? It's just that he fell into the river, accidentally.
Yeah, there's no other evidence that suggests anything other than we have reports that normally under these circumstances with his height and weight, that he could have surfaced between 14 and 20 days. This is the 14th day, so we were really expecting anytime soon to find him. In fact, our search teams was going to put in the water here this morning and then search from this point further down. So we were in the right spot. It's just unfortunate, but there's nothing to suggest anything other than any foul play at all. Yes, that's so the workers typically on the river, whether it's barge companies, concrete companies, other businesses that actually are on the river, and they look routinely, as it's happened countless times before. And as they moved, I believe, a barge, and don't quote me on that, they removed something from the river, and as they moved it, they noticed Mr. Strain, so and called it in.
Typically work on the water. They weren't necessarily searching.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you.
So we know the vomit story was a lie. We know the homeless man stealing the shirt, whoever said that to the police officer, to that guy, was a lie. because they said that he was found in the shirt with his watch and everything intact, you know what I mean? Other than his bank card, which obviously had floated up to the bank where those TikTokers had found it. So, yeah, he said no foul play as of right now. And there was those one people that said that he had gotten sick and supposedly his shirt was taken off and found on the opposite direction by some homeless guy. And this was on the news. Like those were stories that, you know, these eyewitnesses came forward and said. Now that blows my mind. But yeah, the guy that fell yesterday, he fell down a 30 feet, like a 30-foot embankment. Here, I'll go see if we can play that real fast. And I know we have a lot of new faces. If there's anybody that wants to add anything to this or has any information, you're welcome to click the link at the top. Just make sure you pause your YouTube first before you click that link. Otherwise, you'll have feedback in the back and we'll hear ourselves talking.
We have a few more details on that breaking news in a search for Riley Strain, the Mizzou student who went missing in Nashville on March 8th. Police say they found the body near the Cumberland River. They're saying it's him.
Chick.
Discovery happened around 7:30 this morning during a search for Strain. Police say there was no obvious trauma on the body that would indicate foul play. An autopsy will be done to determine a cause of death. Strain went missing on March 8th after being asked to leave a bar. Investigators tracked his movements through surveillance cameras for a short time after he left the bar. In those videos, he seemed to be stumbling and at one point even fell. He was on a trip with his fraternity group. We'll keep you updated as we definitely learn more about this developing story. Let's get things over to John. This morning we have a...
Do we know
So,
how?
yeah,
Do we know
I'm
how
sorry.
far? Do we know how far away from the debit cards were that his body was found?
I don't. I heard the officer saying that a worker had found him.
Okay.
So it wasn't one of the Cajun Navy.
Okay, that's what I missed that part. That's why I was like, okay, now I got.
Well, he was under a barge, so I'm guessing, like he said, it can take anywhere from 12 to 14 days for a body to come to surface. You know. And so it was the 12th day today. And then not only that, but he was actually, like they said, kind of stuck and wedged under that barge. So where he was starting to surface is how they found him when they moved it. But they said his shirt was on and intact, and his Apple Watch or whatever was on, you know, from what they've stated, no foul play.
Oh, and so there's 8 miles from the last location. Oh my God. That's that undercurrent, you guys.
Yeah. That's all I could think was that undercurrent.
Well, that lines up with what JP was telling us about the guy in the car last night.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is the same one we just watched.
Unfortunate update for you on the Riley Strain search. Chief John Drake, Metropolitan Nashville Police Department, will be speaking with you. Chief Drake.
Thank you, Don. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah. It's the same guy. But you know what? He says it on here. He says where he was found on here, and we'll go look it up on the map. So
Chaos B put a map in Discord for you.
7:28 a.m. we received a call from a worker on
What? I'm sorry.
Chaos B put a map in Discord for you.
Oh, did she? Okay, I was gonna say you can come up Chaos B if you want to, or come drop it in the back. Here, let me try to find it because I can't get on here with the. Let me see here. I'll let this play for anybody who hasn't seen it while I go look for this.
61st Avenue at a company that adjoins the Cumberland River.
That airplane
And
is
they've been
loud.
searching for anything that would pop up on the river, and especially looking for Riley Strange with surface here. As they were removing an object from the river, they noticed what appeared to be Riley Strange pop up. The fire department was called in, retrieved the body from the river. The medical examiner's office reviewed the body, and we've confirmed that it is Riley Strange. The family has been contacted. There are no signs of foul play at this time, according to the examination here at the riverbank. Mr. Strange still had the shirt on that he was wearing, still had the watch, and other identifying factors that helped us identify who he is. I want to say to the family, my heart and prayers go out to you all for this very unfortunate and tragic incident. I also want to say thank you to the Nashville community and the Outpoint community of the Outpoint support from the community in trying to help us locate Mr. Strange. I also want to say thank you to our USAR team and to the fire department and OEM and TWRA and everyone else, and including the media, for everything that you've done, for the countless tips that came in. We received nearly 200 tips as of yesterday that we were vetting out. So at this time, the family's been notified. There will be an autopsy more than likely sometime today, and we'll have a little bit further from that point. So thank you.
Chief, can you tell us, is there any other additional evidence that points you to the theory that it seems like you've been going after for a while now? It's just that he fell into the river, accidentally?
Yeah, there's no other evidence that suggests anything other than we have reports that normally under these circumstances with his height and weight, that he could have surfaced between 14 and 20 days. This is the 14th day, so we were really expecting anytime soon to find him. In fact, our search teams was going to put in the water here this morning and then search from this point further down. So we were in the right spot. It's just unfortunate, but there's nothing to suggest anything other than any foul play at all.
You said that these were crews that were actually looking for him that found him?
Yes, that's so the workers typically on the river, whether it's barge companies, concrete companies, other businesses that actually are on the river, and they look routinely. It's happened countless times before. And as they moved, I believe, a barge, and don't quote me on that, they removed something from the river, and as they moved it, they noticed Mr. Strange, so and called it in.
Typically work on the water. They weren't necessarily search crews.
Right, yeah.
Okay, thank you all.
Thank you.
This morning we
Man.
Did you catch where he said it was at? Hey, Roro.
No, but I was also digging. Well, he talked about that it was, where a barge comes in, where there's a barge. But while I was digging too, it says 8
I can't
miles.
find this map, Chaos. I don't know where it's at, baby.
I think we would have to go 8 miles down the river from where we knew the debit card was. Oh, this is just.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ro. How are you, love?
I'm fine. This is the prayer definition of bittersweet. It's like I wish he would have been found safe. But I'm so glad that his family has closure, and pray for his family and everything. But also his fraternity brothers.
That's what I was thinking.
Not everybody's been in a fraternity, not everybody's been in a sorority, but we've all had very dear, close friends to us, and they're gonna have all the if I would have only, all the guilt that's gonna come with this. And so please keep them and not just his brothers, but his community in Missouri, all those young people, but especially the ones that were with him.
I think
They,
he has siblings too. I think Riley
yeah,
has siblings too.
he does. But I'm glad the family can get closure. They can go back to Missouri and they can begin the healing process. And but it just goes to show how rumors can be so dangerous. A shirt that is sold, a Garth Brooks shirt that is sold, became, put a target on the homeless community. And, that's why rumors are just so dangerous. But I just want to hop and say that. Just I worry about his fraternity brothers. I truly do. Because if it was my friend, if it was my sorority sister,
Yep.
and you know, uh, paying a bar tab and then not being able to find him, just the re-step in their mind. I hope, I pray for them that those young men can. Uh, I hope they get some therapy and and work through this. Uh,
Well, that school
it's just
trip's always going to be the one that Riley was lost on.
yeah, but I'm just glad the family has some closure. I wish it would have been a different outcome, but I think everybody, including them, knew what the outcome was going to be. It's just they needed to find him, and they did. And I also pray for the individual, the worker that found him, because that put yourself in their shoes. You find, you're moving something out of the water and find him. That's a traumatic experience too. So he's also in my prayers.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's a horrible thing to stumble upon.
Right. That's all I want to say. Yeah, for everybody involved. Thank you, Three Meadows. Yeah. And his girlfriend, his new girlfriend, just everybody, we don't realize how many lives we touch, even on here, I mean, I can't reach over and touch anybody, but, we all do touch one another. And I just know those young men are going to have so much guilt. They shouldn't. It was a tragic accident. It was a perfect storm. It was, you got a young man, alcohol, a town he doesn't know, fell, um, and a steep embankment with a dangerous river. That's just a perfect storm.
Well, I'm
And
sure when they all set out, I'm sure when they set out from Mizzou, from the University of Missouri to head to Nashville, I'm sure this was not on their plans.
Oh, no, of course not.
They thought, I'm sure they were just thinking they were going to make memories that they would talk about in 20 years.
Right. And I hope that they can focus on the good memories that they had before this happened. You know what I mean? Like being there, in Nashville. I call it Nash Vegas. Nash Vegas is it's a wonderful city.
Mm.
And such a young man, it just, ugh.
Yep, Brianna, it was just a fluke accident like Kylie Rodney. Yes.
Yep. And his siblings, but we just know a brief little moment in this young man's life, and like I said, it's bittersweet, you know, not a good outcome, but closure, you know, because I think sometimes the not knowing would be
That's
worse than the knowing, you know.
that's the hardest. Like when I was listening to this, it made me think about like Chance Englebert's case, where he was in a town he didn't know very well, drunk, walked off, and he's never been found. But we know where the scent dogs led to. So,
Yeah.
I mean, same thing. Made me think of the same thing.
So just everybody that people that you know, this young man Riley could have touched a life that he doesn't even know he touched, you know, and so everybody that's hurting that was in his real life, I just pray and thank God, nobody, you know, like last night when Queen was showing the man that you know the homeless man that they rescued, that had fallen 30 feet. Um, you know, in one way, you know, you might could look at it, and I don't know how the family looked at it, but you know, if not for Raleigh, that man, something tragic could have happened to him because they were looking for Raleigh when they found him. You know,
Yeah.
uh,
And then they were able to, they found another body in the Cumberland. So they were able to bring
correct,
closure to another family as well.
correct.
I
And
would be
nobody needs to
curious.
attack his friends or the homeless community there. Um, that's sick.
Those parents right now.
But Fairy Meadows, they said that he wasn't escorted out for public intoxication. You know, that it also could have been uh, a confrontation that happened. And we
Conduct
don't
issue.
know. Yeah, conduct. That's it.
Conduct. Yeah.
Right. And they're going to nip conduct in the bud quick. You know what I mean?
Because they don't,
So,
well, that'll
well,
lead
you
to a
don't know.
bar fight real quick.
Right, exactly. You start throwing bottles and stuff, and you know, things happen quick. I mean, they snap off quick. And his friends paying a bar tab, walked back out. He walked the wrong way. They're looking for him one way. They're searching. He's going one direction, and their friends are searching another. So like I said, it was just a perfect storm.
Lake Breezes, they did find a barge worker found his body about approximately 8 miles downriver from where the debit card was found.
Happy life. I hope you're okay, baby. I DM'd you last night. I hope you're all right.
I'm going to fill my coffee cup, Rowena. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, you know, and we don't, you know, the police have come out and said no foul play, tragic accident, and everybody just needs to leave everybody alone, including the homeless community there in Nashville, including the family, including the fraternity brothers. Everybody just needs to leave them alone now, let them heal.
Okay, I brought the pot of coffee back with me. Would anybody else like a refill?
I don't drink coffee, but if you got some sweet tea, baby, I'll take some of that.
Oh, honey, the lady that has the recipe to that in my family died.
Oh,
I don't
honey,
know
I
how
can
to
make you
make
some
sweet
sweet
tea.
tea. Oh my God. Voices, I will email you how step by step how to do it. There's an art form to making sweet tea now.
Well, I know that, like, so one of the steps that I do remember was standing and watching the pot boil to look for the glossy bubbles and then turning the pot off and letting the water cool, the sugar water cool. But after that, I don't remember anything else to do, Rowena.
You just boil your pot of water, pour in a pitcher, drop you 3 family-sized tea bags to a big pitcher, let it steep for several hours, add you sugar, which I'm not going to tell y'all how much I add because y'all would be like, damn. And then before it gets real cool, and after you take the tea bags out when it's still a little bit warm, and then add your cold water, and there you go. Look, hi, some people can't make sweet tea. There
We
is an
drink
art to
sun.
making sweet tea.
We drink sun tea out here,
Yeah.
but
This is
it's
where he was
never sweet. Oh, look at that.
So here's the what
Yeah.
is this Lafarge, North America? But here's where he was found under this. This is the barge they found him.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think the police chief said that they were gonna, in fact, this morning, the Cajun Navy and the search crews were gonna start there, start the look, start the process there, where they actually found him.
Wow, look at that. That river goes right through the heart of the city.
Oh yeah. Yep. That's why the flood was so bad.
Yeah, I'm seeing that now, Ro. I guess I didn't understand it exactly back then. Because that's like when Music Row flooded and the Opry got hit. And
Oh yeah.
the
Opry
Ryman.
Hotel. Yep.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Okay, Rowena, they want to know, do you drink sweet tea hot or cold?
Well, I do cold during the day, and then if it's cold, well, before I moved, I ain't cold no more. Then I drink hot at night, but very rarely. But I drink hot tea weird. I add milk to it. I'm British. I'm British. I add milk to my hot tea, and I drink almond tea from
Your
Republic of China.
coffee. You like your coffee.
I'm British.
You like your coffee, your
I like
trumpets and
milk.
tea.
I do. High tea. High tea, honey.
Coffee with a spot of milk.
Yes. You have to have a little milk
Trumpets
in
and
your hot
tea.
tea.
Okay, so
Let
here's
hot
the
it.
Cumberland River right here. Like it, see how it like loop-de-loos around?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then this is where he was found here. If we click on this or whatever, and it takes us down here to
the river. Okay.
This right here, this barge right here is where he was found.
Yeah.
So he was under he whenever they moved that's where he was found at. So
Yeah.
Oh.
And they have to move things.
And they said 8 miles one way or the other, which would have been what, down here?
I think it would have been up, wouldn't it? I thought it would be the other.
Yeah, I think the river flows. I think it would have been
go the other way.
This way here.
Go that way. Yeah.
Yeah. You got to go back. Keep going back to the right. It'll take you back
It's
towards
8 miles.
downtown.
Yeah.
Wow. So he was all the way up
He could have.
here?
Look at how many things he could have gotten hung up on.
Well, where did this start? You know what I mean? Like,
I can't make the map bigger to look to see where. All right, what is that? What is that bridge right there?
What bridge is that? I can't see what it says on the bridge. You got to zoom in a
Clarksville.
little.
Clarksville.
Okay,
That's the Clarksville Bridge.
All right, go up from that.
Up
So
here
back
like this?
towards.
Yeah. See what if you zoom out It was right across from the
See, what we need to do
stadium.
is hold on. What we need to do is type in. So there's that. We need to do is type in Luke's whatever the hell it is. Luke's
Yes,
Luke's
32
36
bridge.
32
bridge.
or 32 or 36. Luke's 36
Luke 32 bridge. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Luke 32 bridge bar or some bridge.
bar. Yeah.
Well, somebody's
All
saying
right,
that they
let's do
said
that.
8 miles west.
Oh, maybe I was going the wrong direction. That's why I make a lot of U-turns when I drive. You know.
Girl, rivers outside of my state screw me up every time because like our river
Yeah.
flows from north to south, so I get screwed up every time. Oh,
Yeah.
Chaos says east. He was found 8 miles east.
Okay. Oh, I was thinking west because it was West Nashville. Okay,
So that
that's
would
why I
be
had
then
that in
to
my
the
head.
west.
That's why I had west in my head because
Right.
it was West Nashville.
So
Okay,
we
yeah,
need to
okay.
All right, so I did this.
There we go.
So I just compared the two. So here, Luke's right there. So there's Luke's 32 right there. See, right there. There's
Yep.
Luke's 32.
Right there.
Bridge bar
Yep.
right there. That's where
There's
he
two
was. That's
bridges.
where he was partying right there.
Yep.
And I'm guessing this would be the parking lot he ran through. Right over here to this right here. He ran into.
Yep, that is.
Yep.
There's the
That's
X
it.
on the street. Yep.
Yeah.
And then go to the river.
Let's see. Let's go. Or let's zoom out here. So there we are right there. So the river would be down right here. Bam, bam. Broadway would be here.
There's the two bridges.
Wow.
Yep.
The what? I'm sorry.
There's the bridges that he walks under right here. These two big bridges are the bridges he walked under.
Yeah. So basically, yeah. So he would have been either,
Right there, somewhere in that area. And then all the way down the river. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. He did. It was.
Yeah, because they said he last pinged on First and Gay, right? There's First.
And Gray runs parallel.
So yeah, where would he have last?
It looks like they're alphabetical. Baker Church.
Right there. First and Gay Street right here. Bam. They like run into each other almost, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But would have been right here, you know what I mean? Like so in comparison, there was Luke's 32 right here. See it over here? And there's Gay Street here where he was. So he walked from here down to here. And then they're saying, now let's zoom out. Look at that, all the way up and around and down. And he was found over here.
Yep.
Is that right? Right there. That's where he was found at.
Yep. It
Right
shows how strong that current. I'm telling you.
So that's the right there. That would have been the length he traveled. That, you know what I mean? That he got that far down, clear from all the way over here.
And that's even after they shut the dam down to drop the water levels.
Right here to start with. Now that's wild, ain't it? There you go. There's the map of it right there, the water. So he would have had to go from here all the way down, up and around, and to there.
Yep. Me and my bestie were talking when she was in town about this, and she said, once more barges start to go through, she said, once those barges, so sorry, they stir up, they move slow, and you think they're not stirring up, She said that's when. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. My sister was in a boating accident years ago before she was killed, and it resulted in the loss of a friend's life. And he wasn't found for 9 months. And when he was found, he was 48 miles away, and he was found by duck hunters.
Yeah.
So these are,
I'm sorry to hear that. This
It
was over
touches-
a process of 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
2 weeks, he could have very well went all the way down that, you know what I mean, without having,
Correct.
search crews and stuff. He, I mean, very well could have made it that
Yeah.
far. But that just goes to show how strong that current is too. And they were over here looking. They were looking over here, so they were searching because this is where they were. Where was this gay and First right here? Here's the two bridges he was under. Here's First. Right here's First. See, it says First right there. First Avenue. I mean, I guess I'm looking for a First Street, but First Avenue.
Yeah.
And then it runs into, looks like it runs into Gay Street here, down here.
Yeah, Gay runs parallel with it. And then I think it crosses over at some point. You know, like it runs parallel and then it kind of cuts over to it.
Yeah, because they were looking clear over here
Mm-hmm.
where he was walking. You know what I mean? Where they had him on film. So all I could think is they were searching over here. You know what I'm saying? They were searching over here when they needed to be searching. When they needed to be searching clear over there,
Well, they were doing a grid. They were doing a grid like you walk a grid. They were doing a grid with both. So they started at one spot and then they were moving down that grid. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, I
I'm
know they
glad
started.
they
I know
found
they
him.
start where they got to start. Like they have to start at the beginning and work their way down. But I'm just saying, like they, for 2 weeks, for starting here, you know what I'm saying? Like they were starting to comb through the waters down here, and in 2 weeks he had gotten that far down.
Yeah.
Well,
Which
law
they say was
enforcement,
9 miles down.
Yeah, and then that officer said this morning that they figured between 14 and 21 days his body would surface.
Right. Today's
Due
what day?
to his height and weight. Yeah, due to his height and weight, they can estimate when,
Well, and they probably got told. They all probably got told up and down the Cumberland, to watch out for this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's a
And they
missing
put out
teenager
notices for
that
the
could
barge.
Yeah.
Yeah, the barge companies, they send out messages to the barge companies to, if you're
Yeah,
traveling
so they
down the
probably all
river.
got that
Yeah.
message to look for him, or be on the
Right.
lookout for him. And so
Right.
I'm sure when they seen him, they immediately probably knew, this could possibly be, Riley. Again, I know it's not the outcome that his mom wanted, but I think that the closure is a good thing,
Yes.
that she's
Yeah,
able to
me too,
have that
Tony.
closure.
It's that bittersweet thing. It's like it's not the outcome you want, but now we can move towards some type of answers
Yeah.
and healing. You know what I mean? And this family's got to go back to Missouri. I don't know if
Yeah.
he lived in a fraternity house or not, but all of his frat brother, I don't know any of that, but it's a long process. And anybody that has gone through the loss of anyone, and I'm so sorry. And you got to take a break from this. It's just heavy. It's been a heavy couple days, man. It's been so heavy. Oh, look up. That's so sweet.
Man.
Yeah. See, they have him now. And that's, the other things that they want answers to, they might get some, they might not, but it's the beginning of a new nightmare. And I'm so glad that those kind people reached out to that family and that guy got in touch with the family and they were able to say, I talked to your son, that they showed, they knew that
Right.
that their son was showing some compassion, and that all those little things just mean so much. And look up, I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm sorry for anybody's loss. Anybody that's struggling with anything, there's resources in your area. You dial star 988. And you can talk to someone or you can text the word help to 741-741 and you can chat with someone through text. And it doesn't have to be a loss. It can be, there's uh, resources, for housing, for food, for all the different things. So if you're struggling with anything, there are resources out there. And it's called a crisis line, but it doesn't mean that. And it's all confidential, 24/7. I've used it. Great. Um, so look up. I'm so sorry, and thank you for sharing your story. I'm very sorry. That's
And
a group
YouTube
anybody wants to be.
needs to provide grief counselors for this side of the streets.
Yes. I did
Well,
grief
I mean, it's
counseling.
not, if people can't handle doing, you know what I mean, listening to this, I understand, but they don't have to do that either. There's a choice, you know what I mean? They don't have to listen to this. They can go watch other things or have a
Yeah.
palate cleanser and watch butterflies and
You
bees.
gotta be careful with counseling on YouTube. You can suck up people. Counseling is something. No.
Well, you're right. You're right. You're exactly right.
But just there are channels, groups out there on all social media platforms that, you know, do not counseling, but, where people know that pain, Be still, you're in my prayers, baby. Exactly. So yeah, I don't do the whole counseling on YouTube. No. No. Uh, you get weirdos and you can destroy people.
I'm going to play this, babe.
Okay.
We have a few more details on that breaking news in the search for Riley Strain, the Mizzou student who went missing in Nashville on March 8th. Police say they found a body near the Cumberland River, and they're saying it's him. Discovery happened around 7:30 this morning during a search for Strain. Police say there was no obvious trauma on the body that would indicate foul play. An autopsy will be done to determine a cause of death. Strain went missing on March 8th after being asked to leave a bar. Investigators tracked his movements through surveillance cameras for a short time after he left the bar. In those videos, he seemed to be stumbling and at one point even fell. He was on a trip with his fraternity group. We'll keep you updated as we definitely learn more about this developing story. Let's get things over to John. This morning we have a unfortunate.
Yeah, we played this already, but I mean, if there's anybody in here that wants me to play it again for them that didn't get to see it, I have no problem playing it.
Yeah.
I mean, it pretty much says that he was found and there's no foul play at this point. So just kind of confirms, that it was him. They said last night the guy was lucky as hell that they were there when he fell down that 30-foot embankment, because they said he could have laid there and he would have laid there and died if they wouldn't have been down there to help him.
And that's what kind of, I thought about, I was like, oh, thank God, they rescued that man. And if I was that mom, I would be like, I don't know what she was thinking, but in my heart, Riley's life and this tragic accident saved another person's life because he might not have, he wouldn't have been found. They were looking for Riley. That's how I look at things.
There's one from News Channel 5. I finally got it to pull. It's pretty much the same thing, but it comes from News Channel 5. It's another reporter.
Yeah, this one, she's usually live at the scene, right? That's there. She goes. She's always live at the scene part. The one that we'll play hers.
When live at the scene, Alexander, what are you seeing?
Kelsey, right here off Ed Temple Boulevard, we just saw a medical examiner transport being escorted by Metro Police, leaving the scene. And according to Sky 5, Mike Rose, our chief photojournalist, saw what appeared to be a body under a tarp. You can see here the river's pretty far away, but this is where I believe Pilot J and some other companies have oil. But we have seen a large police presence here, and I was able to speak with a Metro Police officer who tells me that Riley Strain's parents were called here to this scene. Obviously, we are waiting on developments at this time. We are told the media will be briefed, but a lot of people across the country who've been following this story are waiting to know, is this Riley? Will his parents now have peace or closure from this? You can see there's an escort of officers who are still leaving this area. As soon as we have more information here in North Nashville off Ed Temple Boulevard, we'll make sure that we bring it to you guys on air and online. We're going to go ahead to a quick break, and we'll have more right after that.
Confirmed Riley.
Good morning. We're joining you guys with terrible breaking news here by the Cumberland River. I'm joined by Jason Lamb. We're just now learning that the body found in the Cumberland River is confirmed to be Riley Strain, the missing University of Missouri college student.
That's right, Alexander. We're just getting a look at the tweet from Metro Police that confirms this information. I'm just going to read this to you, sent out just minutes ago, saying the body of Riley Strain was recovered from the Cumberland River in West Nashville this morning, approximately 8 miles from downtown. No foul play related trauma was observed. An autopsy is pending. We're hearing from our Mike Rose, senior chief photographer up in Sky 5, that he's been able to spot Chief Drake, Metro Police Chief Drake, here at the scene as well. We're going to be getting a lot more information, of course, now that the information is confirmed that this is the body of Riley Strain, a case that so many people had been looking at and keeping track of over the last 2 weeks.
And Jason, it's our understanding from a Metro officer on scene that his parents, who have been here desperately searching for their son, they were called out to the scene. So family has been notified that he has been found. I mean, you went to the University of Missouri. All of us, or a lot of us, went on a college spring break where you go out and you have fun. And just having this tragedy happen here has just resonated with people across the country.
That's right. And so many people had so many questions about how this happened, what exactly happened, where was Riley Strain? For as hard and difficult as this news is, at least it is bringing closure to a lot of people, not the least of which is the family that is just looking for answers.
And the mood here is somber. There was a medical examiner who was transporting what we believe to be was the body away from the scene. There's a large police presence here. We are waiting on an update from Metro Police with more information. But I remember in the search efforts that his bank card was found down by the river. And ever since, people have been desperately looking, coming in from all across the country.
That's right. The United Cajun Navy has been out here looking at things, trying to assist in the search effort. I did just get an update from Metro Police on their Twitter account. It sounds like we're going to be getting more information about what happened here in this breaking news in about 5 minutes. Metro Police are telling us a media briefing will be held at 9:45, right where we are on Ed Temple Boulevard at the Exxon Terminal entrance. So we should be getting more information, more details from Metro Police very soon.
And if you guys are just tuning in, we're here by the Cumberland River, where it has been confirmed that missing college student Riley Strain, his body has been found in the Cumberland River. We're working for more details, and we'll have those soon. Back to you guys.
So that's pretty much that. I don't think there's anything else to really look up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's it.
I think now it just needs to be focused on prayers, good thoughts, good vibes, whatever you do to go out to everybody that he touched their lives. And that this family's got a long, long walk. Their life will never be the same, but they have answers today. And now it's just a different process. Just a different focus. Yeah, his mama. Yep. I've held way too many mamas. Way too many. Brianna, I don't know who you're talking about. I need to go back up and read.
Oh,
Everybody running out and over. Oh wow, I hope everybody's okay, Brianna.
that's what I was just looking at. My goodness.
That's scary.
Agreed, Christina.
Christina, very, yep. And that's the perfect way to say it. It's a transition into a new breed. Exactly.
Well, yeah, like I said, I know it's not the outcome that they, wanted. I know they wanted him to be alive, and I understand that as well, but on the
The not knowing, I think, it's worse than the knowing. I don't know that, but I can't imagine. But I just hope that they all. I hope people don't go after. Like I said, I hope people. I mean, I saw somebody in here, um, blaming people, quit going after people. Accidents and tragedies happen every day. This was a perfect storm. And I just wonder, like, if he hadn't fallen, would there have been a different outcome? Would he have vomited if he hadn't fallen? So I don't know. Only God knows that. I just hope all the weirdos don't go and harass the homeless people. Leave people alone. And the bar too. We don't know what happened. Just everybody quit blaming everybody. Sometimes there's nothing to blame. There's nobody to blame. Accidents happen, tragedies happen, and there's nobody to blame. Riley's not to blame. His fraternity brothers aren't to blame. The bar isn't to blame. Nashville isn't to blame. The homeless people aren't to blame. Nobody's to blame. It was just a horrible, tragic, perfect storm accident. That's it.
And that's the hardest part to have to be able to process. I think because
alcohol's not to blame either. I don't think alcohol's to blame either. We don't know how much he drank. We don't know that. That when he fell, seeing that fall made my stomach sick, literally sick. Just knowing too much, just but only God knows that, and you can't blame anybody or anything. It's just horrible. Keep it moving. I agree. Yep. Keep it moving. Let them grieve in privacy. Let them work through this process.
Yep.
Let the university, let his professors, let we don't know his life. Let everybody that he touched, let them be. Yep. The whys, and sometimes there's just no answer as to why. There's no answer. I can't tell you how many times I've sat with mamas and they ask me why, and we don't know why certain things happen. Yes, I hope they leave that home with, that shirt was sold in a gift shop, you know, um, that's how rumors, you know what I mean? I just hate when people are attacked. Yeah, I have a lot of questions for God whenever I make it to Him as to certain lies I've seen and lived through. But He sounded like He was a wonderful young man, and that's what needs to be the focus. The what ifs, yep, that's what I worry about barking at the moon. Um, his fraternity brothers that were with him, if I would have only done this or I should have done that, the what
Yep.
ifs, and it wasn't that he was so belligerent, he was kicked out of the bar and arrested, and it wasn't, I don't think it was like that. When stuff pops off, they're going to shut it down quick. If you've ever seen a bar fight, it goes quick. And I'm not saying that's what happened. Who knows? He could have been, we don't know. I mean, I've seen situations where somebody was not doing good things to a woman and another man stepped in and there we go, and it wasn't that man's fault. I'm so glad you do that. But anyway, this is heavy. So what's everybody else doing today, the rest of the day? Any big plans? It's raining here, so yeah.
It's raining here. It'd be day number 2 of spring, and it's not very springy. And I gotta drive north in a little bit, so
yeah. I was watching something the other day, and they were showing where your state, and I told my husband, I said, man, that's one thing that's on my bucket list. I want to go out there and see the mountains and the sky and breathe that good air. Yep. I want to go get in that hot spring, girl. That's what I'm talking about.
Cappy, did you know that I can see the Milky Way from my back door?
Oh, wow.
I can stand at my back door at night and look up and you can see the Milky Way. Like, that's how low light pollution we have here.
Mm. Yeah, and the volunteers, man, thank God they were all safe. That's a good thing. I want to see the Milky Way.
Come on. We can go see.
We were watching.
Well,
something.
ladies, I was going to say we've been on here for about an hour and a half, and there's really not much else to talk about with this. So I'm going to shut it down, and we'll open up a live just to shoot the shit Friday.
Sounds good to me, honey.
Just hang out. You know what I mean?
Get your sweet tea.
That's right. Grab your drinks, your smokes, and get them rolled up and ready. We're gonna just shoot the shit and talk about all the crazy shit on YouTube that's been going on.
Yeah, keep your dogs off the lap so they don't stay up messing up your smokes. Oh Lord, Queen's had a hell of a morning, honey.
Get your drinks, and get your stuff ready to roll. We're gonna have us a Friday, shoot the shit Friday here. Let's close this one up.
Wings and fingers in the ride.
We're gonna close. Yeah, we're gonna close this one down, and then we'll start us a new one. So,
all right. Have a good day, y'all.
All
See
right,
y'all
babe.
on the next one. Bye, dears. Go with love. Go with love. Bye.
We'll catch you on the flip side, baby.
I will see you over on the other side. I'm gonna
All
go.
right.
I got a new hairbrush and a new bottle of conditioner, so I'm gonna go do my hair wash. So I'm gonna listen for the first little bit.
All right. Well, yeah, I was gonna say I'm not gonna be. I won't be right back on here, but here in this, you know what I mean, like half hour or so, I'll be starting a new one.
Perfect. I'll be able to have my little braids put in then.
All righty. Well, I will see you guys. I'll see you then.
I'll see you soon. Bye.
See you guys later. Have a good day. Have a happy Friday, and I will talk to you guys here in just a little bit. I'm gonna go get some stuff done, and then we'll flip this back on and have a chitting, chatting, shooting the shit Friday. See y'all in a little bit.